Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome your New Orleans Saints?
Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, we welcome you. The punter, Bradley Pinion, gets this started. Off we go here in New Orleans. Nice job on the return. Down close to the 35-yard line. The Saints led out by the rookie, Tyler Shough. Interesting story. Off injured in college, the third quarterback drafted out of Louisville with pick 40. Greg, he is now the QB for New Orleans.
Here's a guy, Mike, that has a really interesting college football journey. I mean, he is as well seasoned, I would say, as possible. Mike, think about this. He played 7 different seasons of football at the college level. So he's got ideal size, he's got strength, he's got all the physical stuff, a little bit of a pocket passer, but he has the arm and a little of the mobility that you need to make plays and play quarterback at this level. Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
The motion there, tight end Johnson. First carry now for Alvin Kamara. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is first down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Play action, it's Shough. A pass, dropped by the veteran, that's Brandon Cooks. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
That's another
A pickup of 12 yards. It's good for a Saints first down. Now Shough. That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara. And we'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Looks like we have an injured Falcon on this play. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Operating out of the gun, this is Shough. Open man, that's the veteran Cooks. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Brings up second.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
To the air again is Shough. And this is going to be caught, but they say out of bounds. So, incomplete pass.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
The pressure gets there.
of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Here's Blake Groupie for the Saints, a field goal try. This one from 39 yards out. Groupie's kick is good, and the Saints will take a 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
Points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Jamal Agnew now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Falcons come out there led by Michael Penix, the second-year quarterback out of Washington. Greg taking over late last year and winning the job as the Atlanta starting quarterback.
Yeah, probably the biggest surprise of the 2024 draft was the Falcons making Michael Penix Jr. the 8th overall pick. Because remember, only a few months earlier, Mike, the big news, they signed Kirk Cousins to the big free agent contract, and then they turn around and they draft the future. So going into this year, there is no question. Michael Penix Jr. is the face. He's the future of that Falcons organization. And in their mind, they think this year they're in a position to compete, and they want to compete now.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
From the 35, here's second down and a yard. Pitts is the man in motion. On second down, here's Penix. He finds Darnell Mooney for the catch. And he's going to be out of bounds, just shy of midfield.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
14 yards on that pass play there. First down, Atlanta.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line.
That's another.
They get 21 on that one. It's good for a Falcon first down.
And a Falcon first down.
Another run here for Robinson. Ooh, well, now you see him, now you don't. Good juke move there, and a gain of 6.
23-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
From the 23, here's second and 4. Mooney in motion. They'll go again with Robinson. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Back at the 26-yard
And after that
line.
negative run, I think this changes the play call now on third down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on first and second down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in third and pass too often in today's NFL.
This is 3rd and 6. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. The catch is made, it's Agnew. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
The Gonzalez kick is good. And the Falcons will tie the game at 3 apiece.
And that's really well done here, Mike. I mean, everything's in rhythm. A good snap, A good hold and a good kick ties this game.
Field goals for both sides on their opening possessions. 3-3 as this one's kicked away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Saints offense ready to get going with their second possession. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. From the gun, it's Shuck. That one caught Devon Valen. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of
18 yards. And a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
First and 10.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 30.
They are cooking to begin this drive. This play going for 30 yards.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Well, he certainly didn't look like a rookie on that long completion, Mike. Not only his ability to scan the field and find his favorable matchup, but he was able to hit his downfield target in the perfect spot that led to that big gain.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Brings up second and 10.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Throwing again, Shuck. Brought in by Chris Olave. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15. That's a dozen for number 12, and he's got a first down as well.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
And these are the throws that when they evaluate young quarterbacks coming out of college, they want to see you be able to make. Everyone worries about how far you can throw the ball, and while that's certainly important, to be able to make the throws from sideline to sideline, especially in those intermediate zones, drive the ball through space, because in this league, an open window is going to close in a hurry. They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
Out of the gun, here's a Gibbs to Kamara. And that play took a little long to develop. They stopped it for no gain at the 4.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Look at this. They go with their tight end on third down. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first, as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. They'll go, and here's Shuck. That one, Devon Valen. Touchdown, Saints.
Now, remember back, Mike, their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
Blake Groupie comes on for the extra point. The kick is good. The Saints take a 10-3 lead.
Falcons 3.
After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. Carter on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First and 10.
The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with first and 10. Mooney in motion. They'll go play action now with Penix. Under the pressure, too much, and he goes down. Ryan Brzee in there to drop him. Loss of 5 to start the drive.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Play action. It's Penix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A little indecisive there, Mike. I thought he could have pulled the trigger a tad sooner. Instead, he just holds onto the ball a little too long. The windows close up and ultimately has no choice but to just simply throw the ball away.
It is third and long. From the gun, here is Penix. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. That is well done there, converting on third and 15.
On the play. First down, Falcons.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
Throwing again, it's Penix. The pressure gets there, and he goes down. A sack. That should be the final play of this first quarter. Ryan Brzee getting in to drop him. It's a loss of 6, and it's third down. So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. 10-3 is our score. More from New Orleans after this. The Falcons have it to start quarter number 2. So backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. From the gun, it's Penix as they go with a third and long ahead. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go, and he had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
So on fourth down, the Falcons bring on Bradley Pinion to punt. forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Saints offense and veteran Alvin Kamara set to take over once more. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Chubb. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. He was looking for Brandon Cooks with that pass. It's 2nd down. Chubb's going to try to run it himself. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
The key to running the read option, Mike, is that the timing has to be just right. If it's too slow getting going, a lot of the times defenders can get in the backfield and cause havoc. And that's exactly what happened here.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Kamara. He'll be taken down well short of the 1st down. Gain of about 4. And it brings up 4th down. Looks like we have an injured Falcon on this play. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. The Saints lining up in punt formation. The Falcons are going to send Jamal Agnew deep to return. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now. They get set to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Play fake. Here's the lefty pass. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Nathan Shepard in there for the sack. Worked his way through. It's a loss of 5.
What a first half for this pass rush, huh, Mike? I mean, they have just completely dominated this game. They are in complete control, and you have to imagine this offensive line, there's got to be some adjustments up front. They just cannot allow their quarterback to continue to be hit like this.
On 2nd down, Penix. Escaping to his left.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
3rd down and 9. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Penix. He's going to take a shot here for Mooney. And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. This is taken at the 25. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. In motion goes Cooks. Off the play fake. Here's Shuck. Leonard Floyd getting in there to drop him. It'll be a loss of 7 to start this drive.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Olave is the motion man. Chuck to throw on second down. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. Chris Olave, the intended receiver.
On the coverage.
And it'll be third down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That is where you don't see 3rd and 17 converted all that often. First down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. The veteran Leonard Floyd, they're on the tackle.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Falcons' 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Chuck. That's going to be pulled in by Kamara. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
A loss of 1.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
He'll step up and run, and he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
He was brought down by
They went to the designed quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. Looking to throw. Here is Shuck. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
Well, it's been pretty clear this offense has wanted to get this running back involved in the passing game here in the first half. And with the success they've found, I expect the rest of the game to go very similar.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. In motion is Hill. Play action, it's Shuck. He takes off. And nice work there, going to a slide and gain about 7.
7-yard pickup.
The best quarterbacks don't see the rush, they feel the rush, and that's exactly what this guy was able to do here. He's able to escape the initial pressure and immediately realizes, I got some space out in front of me, picks up a solid gain here on 1st down.
Now, faking the give. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. To throw is shut. The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down.
Having a dominant pass rush so often translates to wins. But that's hardly been the case here, Mike, and they're able to add another sack to their total before half, and that's great. But somehow they still find themselves trailing, and that's the only thing that matters.
Here comes Blake Grupe for this field goal try. This will be a 46-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Saints will extend their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He made the field goal a moment ago. Now Grupe back out to kick it away. Carter on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense ready for this next possession. They're in a 10-point hole. It's 13-3 as this drive starts with first down. London brought in motion. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. It's a big run by Robinson. It's a gain of 34.
Well, that's how you get a drive started, a big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. To throw is Penix. Open man, he's got Agnew. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Brings up second.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. This one going to be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
They'll empty out the backfield and line up for 3rd and 3. The pass rush gets home and he goes down.
This is the epitome of team defense. Not only are you able to rush the passer and put relentless pressure on him play after play, but the coverage on the back end is so tight. There's just nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. You see him just continue to hold the ball that extra second in the pocket, and with the way these guys are pass rushing, that's all the time they need.
Here's their punter now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. So that one's going to land out of bounds, and the official's going to mark it right at the 20-yard line. The Saints offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with first down. Operating out of the gun, this is Shuck. He'll look underneath here and find Kamara.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big, explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
One final throw before the break. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And a solid run back there. He'll get this house past the 30-yard line. Here's Bijan Robinson, and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. Pitts is the man in motion. On first down, it's Penix. He'll step up and run this.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. Pitts is the man in motion. Now Penix to throw on second down. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. First down, Atlanta.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Strong running there. He brings this down inside the 25.
A gain of 24.
They get 24 on that one. It's good for a Falcons first down.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. Next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
On first down, right back to Robinson. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss, and it's second down.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
Over the middle, that's his tight end, Pitts. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And he's going to have a Falcons first down. maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
First down.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with. How well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
On 2nd down, here, this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Pete Werner getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Third and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. And this will be knocked out. Incomplete. Penalty flag down in the backfield. Usually a sign of a hold.
Still 3rd down.
The task now, a really tough one. 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Here's Penix. Now a deep ball toward the end zone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you were sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Saints offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
It's a loss of 2.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Here's a toss to the right for Kamara. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
Leads to 3rd down.
Well, they certainly didn't allow the loss on 1st down, Mike, to scare him out of this run game here on 2nd down. But now after taking a loss on 1st and 2nd, it puts him in a tough spot here coming up on 3rd down.
They'll motion their tight end Johnson. 3rd and long. Here's Shuck. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
The Saints will punt this one away, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. And a short field awaits. Fair catch taken on this side of midfield. Here's Bijan Robinson and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and 10. handoff. It's Robinson. And he powers his way forward, doing it on the ground.
8-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 2. Looking to throw, it's Penix. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
He'll get this out wide. And he's going to be out of bounds after a pickup of about 4, but that is enough to keep the drive alive. 1st down.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that 1st down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
That one taken in by London. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's a pickup of 6.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. From the gun, here is Penix. He'll try to run for it. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Falcons, 1st down. A gain of 12. 1st down, Falcons.
They go with man coverage on the back end, and while everything's covered up nicely, there's nobody with eyes on the quarterback, so he ends up just using his legs, keeps the drive alive, and that heads-up play moves the chains on 3rd down.
On 1st down, it's Robinson. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Throwing is Penix. The catch is made. It's Agnew. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 5.
From the gun, it's Penix. And he'll take it on in. Frank London. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Falcons.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Zane Gonzalez on for the point after. It's up and good. And the Falcons are back within a field goal. The lead is 3.
Falcons 10.
The The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Now out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Chuck. This one is caught by Dewan Johnson. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice game to his tight end.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Chuck. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
So after surrendering their 6th sack of the game, I looked down on the sideline, Mike, and found their offensive line coach. He grabbed his headset, removed it, and he slammed it on the ground. And truthfully, I don't blame him. His unit has been getting worked up front all day in pass protection.
Third and long. Throwing is shot. That's deep for Olave. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
Fair catch made here. The drive will start at the 23-yard line. Here's Bijan Robinson and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he goes forward. Good gain on that one. Pickup of 8 out to the 33-yard line.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
From the 33, here's 2nd and a couple. A give, and here comes Robinson. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
Now this looks like a fighting for the marker. He loses the football. The Saints have got it. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumbles, and it leads to a defensive score. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop him with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, and across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they force the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
On comes Blake Groupie for the PAT. The kick is good, and the Saints will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Falcons 10.
After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. Agnew on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Falcons offense ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Down up past the 45. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Well, on the back of the previous play, Mike, we saw him have some success through the air. They try to change it up with a draw, but the defense wasn't having any of it, didn't sell out for the pass. They're able to stop that one for a loss.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Pitts is the man in motion. On 2nd down, Penix. This throw pulled in by Pitts. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. It's 3rd down coming up.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Like, just think back here in this game alone. How many drives have been undone as the result of their inability to protect the passer? They just can't keep a clean pocket, and they just keep going backwards.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. 4th down, and here's Penix. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on down. The Saints offense about ready to take over once more. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. Give. This is Kamara. And a hard-earned yard as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's it's second down.
At the 43-yard line.
Nice job by the running back
2
making the
yards on
first guy
pickup.
miss, but it's the
second
pursuit
and 8.
by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Off the play fake, here's Shuck. Taken in right side by the tight end Johnson. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
7.
To the air is Shuck. And deep for the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. But a penalty flag
Pass interference.
is down.
Offense.
Let's see who they got.
The penalty is declined.
We're about ready now for the punt, as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line.
20-yard line.
The Falcons offense ready to get back at it. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Here's Penix. Out wide, that's Robinson.
Penix's pass. Complete to Bijan Robinson.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league, and it results in a negative play.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll throw. It's Penix. That's caught left side by Pitts. And mark him down up beyond the 30.
A gain of 12 yards.
They get 12 yards on that pass. First down, Atlanta.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
2nd and 10.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are under.
Penix's pass.
Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And it's going to be third down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
On third down, Penix. That one broken up and is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here and brings up fourth down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And he's going to have a Falcons first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving, and then some.
First down.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback, so the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why. At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Penix. We'll try and set up the tight end screen. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
3rd down.
Truth be told, the tight end probably would have been better off dropping that ball. But let's talk about this corner. Not only diagnosing the play, but being physical enough to bring the big tight end down for a loss.
Penix going to throw again. That's caught. It's high. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked. And they turn it over on down.
All right, Mike, so in this situation, a defensive coordinator has 2 options. You can sit back and play the pass, or you can be aggressive and go after the quarterback. In this case, they chose the latter, and that's why they were able to force the turnover on downs.
The Saints offense headed back to take over once more. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. Here's Kamara. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
At the 46-yard
when you look throughout
line.
this game, Mike, I don't think there's even a debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job because there's nowhere to run. There's no holes for the back to find. And all these 0 or negative runs are put
in trouble. And down he goes. Falcons go ahead and take their 2nd timeout. Talk things over before 3rd down. To throw is shut. Here's a screen coming for Kamara. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass. On 4th down, out comes the punter. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. And they'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Falcons offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That's the tight end, Pitts. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
6-yard pickup.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. A throw on the move is caught. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A gain of 24 through the air. It's good for a Falcon 1st down.
24-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Falcons.
of a shotgun. It's Penix. That's to Mooney, complete right side.
Out-breaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers. Everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
It is 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Penix. That pass sideline is caught. Nice catch. Stays in bounds, and he's got the first down. Terrific job with the feet to make that one a grab.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Short throw taken by Pitts. Now the Falcons will use their 3rd and final timeout. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
At the Saints' 24-yard line.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. To throw again, it's Penix. He'll tuck it and take off. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down.
It's a gain of 8.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
So this one, a win for the Saints. And right away, you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. As a result, they're going to come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Saints are winners, as we say so long from New Orleans.